Mushoku Tensei Season 2, Episode 9 we're watching today. Last episode, we got introduced to the Demon King Badigadi, which is, I remember it because it's like the word bodyguard, but you just add some eyes. Badigadi. It's a fun name to say, and he's a fun guy. He's a cool guy. I liked him. I couldn't tell at the end of last episode if he was going to be their teacher now or a fellow student. It looks like maybe a fellow student because he kind of looked like he had the same jacket as the rest of them, but just didn't fit him. That would be strange. I don't know what to expect from that. And also, Cliff and elinalise seem to be dating now, which is fun and interesting. But we still have the whole Rudy and what's her name? Fitz. I guess I can just call her Fitz for now because that's what she's calling herself. Since I can't. Sylphie, that's what her name is. So we still have them not figuring out, well, rather, Rudy not figuring out who Sylphie is, and Sylphie not telling Rudy who Sylphie is. So let's see if that continues. I imagine that will continue to go until maybe the end of the part, you know? I think this is a 2-core season that'll be split, I think. So we probably have, this is episode 9, probably have until episode 12 or 13, and then I imagine we'll probably take a season, not like, I think probably a season off or something, a couple seasons off, I don't know. Anyway, let's jump into Mushoku Tensei Season 2, Episode 9. If you want to watch the full-length reaction, bam, description below, my Patreon account has it, and it also has early access exclusive videos. Otherwise, just like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. I'm a small channel, every little bit counts, and I hope there's other stuff on this channel that you enjoy. I'm doing the One Piece live action right now, so hopefully if you're a fan of One Piece or curious about it, go check out my reactions to that. Anyway, let's jump into Season 2, Episode 9 of Mushoku Tensei. Oh my god. Yep. Hitting him with food, what do you expect him to do? Aww. Aww. The ink slowly covering the page. They didn't even know. Oh, that's why she hasn't said anything? Come on, encourage her to do it. Let her do it this episode. Oh, nah, come on, Ariel. Encourage her to tell Rudy so we can do it. We can see it. Seems like summoning. Silent Sevenstar. Okay. Oh. Wait, so they could be a reincarnated person? This is interesting. How's this conversation gonna go? Oh, a mask. What's I don't remember. Oh my god. Oh my god, I need a recap. Jeez, he is terrified. This is like ReZero. Aww. Oh my god. Oh. Was this white mask person with Orsted? That sounds more familiar. This is cool them speaking in the different language. Yeah. I do remember the Dragon God encounter. I just did not remember who the Dragon God was with. What is it? Oh, that's just Japanese, isn't it? Wow, this is crazy. Whoa!
トラックにひかれそうになっていた高校生と全く同じ顔をした少女がそこにいた。
私の名前は七星。
七星。
七星静香。日本人よ。
七星静
香。あ
香。
なた、オルステッドが知らないって言った時点でなんとなくそんな気がしたのよね。
はあ。
よろしくね。
ルデウス・グレイラット。
それはこっちでの偽名よね。
Yeah.
本名はでも安心して。
This is so interesting. This is the first person we've seen from his previous world, right?
元の世界に帰るためお互い協力しよう。
Oh, she wants to go back. Rudy kind of thrives here.
何?
I don't want to go back.
元の世界になんて
Of course.
帰りたくない。
He had a shit life, which was partially his own fault. Probably all his own fault. I don't know.
転生といったところね。私は転移に近い状況。似てるけど違うわね。
You were more or less teleported. Oh, what?
友達と結婚。私はいきなりアスラ王国に放り出されたわ。
Damn.
そこでオルステッドに保護された。ただ彼が私を召喚したわけじゃないみたい。
Oh, Fitz, I think,
そ
feels
こで
left
2
out.
年間アスラで過ごした。けど個人的な恨みだって言ってたわね。
Okay.
そんな理由でいきなり襲われるのは勘弁してほしい。
That's true.
でもすでに存在しないと聞きましたけど。
神魔大戦の頃に作られた遺跡には残ってるらしいわよ。
Okay. Are they teleportation circles like, as in, they work in D&D?
そこで会ったとある人にこんなことを言われたわ。お前は何者かの手によってこの世界に召喚されたのではないか。
Well, then she does know about summoning.
ある人って誰ですか?
Kind of.
歴史を大きく変えるようなことをすればきっと世界に排除される。
Huh?
だから自分に必要なものしか作らないし、利がなければ提供もしない。
The world will... Yeah, I was... What?
読んだことない？よくあるでしょ。
そういうものはタイムスリップしたやつが気にするべきことじゃ。
You'd think.
魔力ないんですか?
そう、私の魔力は
Okay.
あなたは魔力ある？
Not to some. He's got a lot.
生と転移の違いかもね。ちなみにこの世界ではあらゆるものに魔力が宿ってるそうよ。
So Rudy's kind of like a part of this world because he was reincarnated into it, but she's foreign to the world because she was teleported or summoned into it.
私の身の上話は終わり。どう？少しは信用してくれたかしら？
Kinda, honestly. You gave a lot of information.
じゃあ取引をしましょう。
I'll give you everything you want. You just have to get an erection.
あなたはどう？
Yeah, Rudy didn't have much back there.
この世界が好きです。
元の世界に残してきたものとかないの？
Well, he wasn't a great guy. Wasn't much to leave.
魔力。あなたには実験を手伝ってもらう。私はあなたが知りたいこと。
Mana for information.
要するにギブアンドテイクの関係ってことですか?
Poor Fitz. Look at her sitting back there, feeling so left out because she can't even hear the conversation properly. I don't think because I think they're just speaking Japanese.
誰から聞いたんですか?
ベカフさ。
Aww.
わかったわ。
Okay.
例の事件の仕組みは
Alright, and now she's speaking the local language, I think. Cool.
おそらくあの事件はその時の反動で起こったもの。
Okay.
つまり私が原因か
Oh!
もしれない。
いくら俺でもこれだけ条件が揃えばわかる。
I didn't pick up on any of those clues.
俺が原因じゃなくてホッとした。
Oh my god, Sylphie. Oh. Oh, this is very sad.
そうなの。
Oh,
ごめんなさい。
いや、僕の方こそ。
God, Sylphie showed so much emotion there.
研究が進めば転移事件の真相も理論的には説明できるはず。そのためにも大量の魔力が必要なのよ。
なるほど。僕の存在は渡りに船だったと。
渡りに船。
Because he has a lot of mana
そうかもね。
and knows about her
話はわかり
why
ました。
she is. This is gonna be an awkward walk home.
彼女のことどう思ってるの？
I think she has some information we need. Come on, Sophie, be
Yeah.
honest with him.
いいんだ。
Oh. Tell him! No! Quick, tell him now! Okay, that episode gave us quite a lot of lore into the world. So, from memory, and admittedly, my memory is kind of foggy with Mushoku Tensei, but from memory, I don't think we've met anyone else from Earth yet, other than Shizuka now, have we? Because that's pretty crazy. I feel like, you know, it's something that I think Rudy's talked about before, is the idea that there are other people who are reincarnated or who are also in this world from Earth, and it's something that definitely has either happened or been speculated in other isekais that I've seen, but it's still very interesting when you come across something like that, and I was honestly kind of surprised at how almost like casually it was brought up, where Sylphie mentioned Silent Sevenstar, right? Silent Sevenstar. And then Rudy was like, oh yeah, Silent Sevenstar. I do know about them. They did this for the menus and this for the uniforms or whatever. And it's stuff that I recognize from Earth. And it's like, that's... Sorry? Like, you feel like there's someone from Earth and you haven't chased them up? Which, like, I mean, it's shocking to me, but also it does make sense for Rudy's character, because he kind of doesn't give a fuck about Earth. So, like, this isn't like he some other shows, I think the main character would actively seek out any clues about, like, why they're here and you know, if there are other people that he can relate to or whatever. But Rudy really, I think, wants to leave Earth and stuff behind. Like, just get rid of it, you know? That's not even on his radar anymore. His radar is entirely in this world. And I think that's an interesting perspective this series gives, is like, he was reincarnated, but this life is his life. This is what matters, you know? He doesn't think really about Earth much at all, ever, really. Like, not that I can remember. I mean, he makes the occasional reference or whatever, but it doesn't seem like Earth is on his radar at all. So yeah, it's interesting seeing someone like Shizuka now, who actually does care about Earth, and she, I mean, we saw her, she was a high school girl, she was like a pretty girl, so I imagine she was probably somewhat popular, probably had a decent amount of friends, you know, like she probably did actually leave a world behind that she cared about, and so it makes sense that she wants to go back and Rudy doesn't. But also interesting, so she was like summoned or teleported into this world while Rudy was reincarnated, and she has no mana and he has mana. So that's really interesting. It's like, it, as I said, it's like Rudy is a part of this world. He was brought to this world, and it is like he was born into this world. Literally, he was literally born into this world, while Shizuka was just like picked up and placed in the center of this world. So even though Rudy is from Earth and has memories from Earth, he's still he's a local. He's native to this world, which I think is very interesting. But it's kind of crazy that there's both those types of people, because I thought she would have just been in the same situation. She was just born as a baby and grew up in this world, but just has the memories. So also interesting thing she said was like, if we change, like the world would erase us if we change history too much or something. Like, is that a suspicion that she has? Is she paranoid? Or is that like her experience? Is that something that she was told by Dragon God? Or is it like, because she is foreign to this world, she shouldn't be massively changing history or whatever? But because Rudy was born into the world, like he's part of the world, like him changing history wouldn't affect anything. But I also like that Rudy said, like, that's normally something that happens with time travelers. Like, that doesn't feel like it fits in. What she's saying doesn't feel like it fits into this story, you know? Like, why wouldn't they be able to affect history? Because they're in the present day. It's not like they're jumping around time as far as we know. So that is definitely strange. We found out now why Sylphie hasn't told Rudy yet. It's because she's scared of the idea of him not remembering her. So that's very sad, and it makes sense with Sylphie, because Sylphie is very self-conscious. She's self-conscious, if you will. And so I get it's consistent with her character why she hasn't told him. I had speculated, and I thought that maybe she hadn't told Rudy because she is seeing how much he actually cares about her and trying to like observe what he does and how he treats other people without her being around. But it's actually kind of sadder than that, whereas like he kind of just like she just kind of assumes he might have just forgotten about her, and like unless he that kind of answers when Sylphie might tell him if Rudy straight up says like, I'm looking for a girl named Sylphie or something. Then if he does that, Sylphie will probably be like, he remembers me, there's nothing to worry about. Hey babe, it's me, I'm Sylphie, you know? So I guess now we're kind of waiting on like and hoping that Rudy does something like that to spur it on. And also interesting that Shizuka said that the mass teleport might have been a backlash from something she did, like she might have caused it, but she also doesn't really know what it was and why it happened. So that's curious as well. But I didn't expect that, because Rudy was saying like, well, yeah, I saw all the signs of that. I was kind of anticipating she'd say something like that. I was like, what? I'm really bad at taking in this information then, because I wasn't picking up any hints. I was like, oh, cool, girl from whatever, blah, blah, blah. But you know, I guess if she's like, so was it caused by her being summoned to the world? Like, I can't remember. Does the timeline line up? When did the mass teleportation happen? Because she was teleported here 5 years ago, right? Is that when the mass teleportation happened? I can't remember. That feels about right, doesn't it? There's a mass teleportation, and then Eris and Rudy were together, and they did all the stuff together, and then Eris left him, and now he's alone, and he went to the town, and he was training, and now, I mean, yeah, like, it feels like 5 years have probably passed in this time, but again, it's hard to tell. But that sounds like it probably lines up. So is that what she's saying? She's saying because she was teleported here and the mass teleportation happened around the same time, there's probably a connection there. And apparently Rudy said in this episode that previously Man God had speculated that Dragon God had something to do with it. So did Dragon God spawn Shizuka here? And then the mana used to do that caused a mana explosion that was a mass teleportation? I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, interesting stuff going on. And this whole episode was just like a conversation, basically. Like it was just exposition, which it was good exposition, but wow. Goodness gracious. Anyway, that's Mushoku Tensei Season 2, Episode 9. I hope you enjoyed it. Support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account in the description below if you want full-length, early access, and exclusive videos. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Goodbye.